in a faraway land, in a period long gone, an omen pervaded public thought. The one who picks this flower on the mountain before the new year achieves happiness. The mountain on which that flower was enchanted. But its happiness it was determined to keep. So that mountain would shake and sway, so that no one would remain on it. One day, 3 friends decided to try their luck and climbed the mountain. Along the way, they approached a wise man who lived just beyond its ridge. Legend had it that a long time before, he became the first and last to conquer that mountain. And from the mountain, the sage received an abundance of wisdom and lived a happy life. So the 3 lads, seeking advice, approached the elderly man, who listened and shared that the secret of ascent was simple. Fall 7 times, rise 8. The friends, satisfied with the sage's answer, returned to their journey toward the mountain ahead. At its base, each friend decided to climb it from different sides. Within an hour, one of the men became the first to return. Injured and humiliated, he grumbled, "Bad advice was given by a wise man. I fell 7 times, and on the 8th, only a quarter of the way, I had gone and saw the journey to the top too long. So I came back." Not even a few hours passed when the second young man returned, this one fatigued and furious. "That sage has deceived us. Apparently he does not want anyone to achieve his ascent, or he himself is a liar and had never been there. I fell 7 times, and when I got up on the 8th, I realized I had not even reached the mountain's halfway point. So I decided to go back." The 2 friends waited for the third mate, but the sun was quickly setting. Nowhere in sight, the darkness of night quickly fell. Mumblings from the villagers below assumed a tragic death for the poor soul for trying to pick the flower promising happiness. The next morning, a wounded and exhausted, yet smiling, mate could be seen making his way to the village below, surprising anyone who could see, for in his hand he proudly carried a flower. His friends ran up to him and questioned how he was able to succeed, for the sage's advice proved little help in their moment of need. "Didn't you fall 7 times?" the first young man asked him. "I fell again and again. All I did was fall. Only after the 50th time did I stop counting. I just got right back up and continued my climb, just to fall again," smiled the young man. "But why didn't you drop everything and come back?" asked the other friend. "I thought, after the 7th time, that I had learned how to fall. So I decided it was more advantageous to take that skill and push ahead," he replied. At that moment, the sage came up to the friends. He heard the first 2 young men scolding him, and he heard the last words of the third guy. "No," smiled the young man. "He picked the flower because he was the only one who understood the true meaning of my advice. He learned not to fall. He learned to rise." This secret is applicable in any business situation in our times, and it consists of simple mathematics. To achieve success, you need to rise 1 more time than you did falling in failure.